Thank you so much. Okay, my names are Mr. Robert Makoha Wangoho, the president of Bunge la Mwananchi Nakuru County. Na leo niko na bahati ama nimebahatika kuwa na one of the largest media platforms in Kenya, that is none other than Lightcast TV. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Mwanzo kabisa, kuna jambo ambalo nikadhabisha na linakadhabisha Wakenya wengine ambao pia hawajaona mambo yanaenda sawa sawa katika serikali ya Kenya Kwanza. Mojawapo ya hayo mambo ni CSS ambao President William Samoei Ruto aliwaappoint katika nyadhifa tofauti tofauti. Kwa mtazamo wangu, they have failed Kenyans big time because we were anticipating that the government of Kenya Kwanza delivers for Kenyans differently and in a good way compared to the previous governments that were led by the likes of Uhuru Kenyatta, Kibaki, and even President Moi and Kenyatta. But to the contrary, what is actually going on, the blame should be shifted towards the CSS that have been appointed. Just to mention a few. Wa kwanza kabisa, kuna jamaa anaitwa Moses KURIA. Moses KURIA amelala katika kazi yake kwa sababu hapa Nakuru County unarealize ya kwamba ID cards, watu ambao walifanya replacement mwezi wa 7, mwezi wa 8 last year, the year 2023, mpaka leo hawajapata that important document. Same to what we call the passports. Kuna watu wanapenda kwenda kufanya kazi nje, yenye tunaita greener pasture, wamepata. Wengine wanataka kwenda kusoma, wengine wanataka kwenda kupata materials za kusupply, kuja kufanya biashara zao Kenya, but they are now unable to go outside the country to come with those items, others to go and study, because the immigration office is actually not working. Passport ni kifaa cha maana sana na ID. Sasa wa Kenya mpaka leo hii mwaka na zaidi hawajapata wala ambao walifanya replacement. Does it mean that the government do not have enough funds to make sure that the machines are brought into the country to facilitate Kenyans? Ama shida inatokea wapi? Na Moses KURIA, who is the CS for public service, hatujamsikia popote hata akitutia moyo kwamba atafanya kazi. Hiyo ni ministry moja tu. Ukuje kwa ministry ya agriculture, a whole CS of agriculture, Mithika Linturi, standing and telling Kenyans that sasa ujue fertilizer ilikuwa mzuri. Kenyans, sometimes let us be vigilant, let us be serious. A person of the caliber of Mithika Linturi should not actually stand to coerce and lie to Kenyans that actually the fertilizer that the farmers received is legit. At time, even the president himself has come out boldly and said that he is aware that the fertilizer that was applied was actually of low quality, or whatever that we normally say counterfeit. It was counterfeit good that was applied to Kenyans. And therefore the president has even gone ahead to promise that those people are going to be compensated, the farmers that is. So when Mithika Linturi comes out to refute claims and allege that the fertilizer was legit, does he really fit the office that he is holding today? The answer is definitely not. Let us look at the Ministry of ICT, led by one Mr. Eliud Owalo. The other day we saw the WorldCoin company in our country, Kenya, harvesting the information from the bodies of various Kenyans across the country. This CS is clueless because it was after the information had been harvested and the foreigners had gone away with it, is when he came into his realization that those people were doing the exercise illegally. Same to Alfred Mutua, who is for the foreign. By that time, he was also amazed when he learned that these foreigners were now departing to their nations. Is when he alerted the DCI. They are sleeping on the job. Look at now the CS for health. Doctors are always on the streets. Kenyans are suffering. Others have even lost their lives. And then this lady is busy saying that he is going to fire them. Firing is not actually a solution, and especially if whatever the doctors are practicing is provided for in the Kenyan constitution. Utaambiaje kwamba utawafire? Yet there is a CBA that dictates that by this period of time they were supposed to have been compensated their salaries and allowances, and the interns were supposed to have been confirmed, and also those with higher qualifications and needed maybe a hike in their salaries were supposed to have been compensated by now. Then the best you can do is to tell them that you are not in office at the time the CBA was signed. That is being clueless. That is a sign of being unprofessional. That is unprofessionalism. No wonder the allegations that the course which you allege to have started at Tokyo or in Tokyo is not even offered in the said institution. Finally, CS Murkomen. This is another person who is supposed to go home, because literally a person who went to school cannot be sitting and warming in the office, receiving the salaries in full and also the allowances and perks. Yet on the roads there is a looming danger that is ongoing. There is road carnage, which he has not even shown some dedication, that he has put some plans in place to ensure that soon we shall not be seeing the accidents on our roads. People are losing their lives. Askaris on the roads are manning roads and they are taking hongos at the expense of the lives of Kenyans. The roads are, and some of the vehicles are unroadworthy. An unroadworthy vehicle should be apprehended and the owner be charged in the court of law because of endangering the lives of Kenyans. But Murkomen is now approaching the NTSA. Sasa NTSA, my friend, their work should be in office. Their work should be to do with the documents. And even if it was to be 24/7, you cannot alert them anytime you hear that an accident has happened. This should be something that should be a custom. It should be run from day one. You assume the office as the CS for transport. But see today, accidents now should be declared a national disaster. And if there is a person who will have been fired long time ago, is CS Kipchumba Murkomen. Because we saw a scenario whereby kulikuwa na huyu jamaa wa Kenya Airports Authority anaitwa Alex Gitahi. The moment stima ilipotea mara moja, the following day Murkomen alienda akamfuta kazi. Sasa mbona tusione the same ina happen kwa Murkomen? Kwa sababu watu wamepoteza maisha yao, watu wengi sana, na yeye amekaa kwa ofisi bila kujua ni nini kinafanyika barabarani zetu. So CS Murkomen, you are not above the law, and you must wake up and take the lives of Kenyans seriously, because a life lost can never be recovered. And the same manner you executed force on the oust of Alex Gitahi, the same thing should be done to you. Because for me, Alex Gitahi was innocent. Yeye kazi yake hakuhitaji ndege ibebe stima ilete airport ndio stima isipotee, watu wakose wa miss my flights. Lakini the person who was responsible was CS for energy. That was Joseph's role. You spared him, but fired the wrong person. Now it is your turn to tell us whether you fit that office or not. Hatutaki kuona ma CSs wenye wameketi kwa maofisi mambo hayaendi sawa sawa. Evelyn Julget ambaye ako kwa Ministry of Immigration. Hizo ID cards hatuzioni, my friend. This is a genuine reason as to why I want the President of the Republic of Kenya to avoid touring other countries and concentrate back at home. You cannot board flights to Ghana and other nations. You cannot pledge support to a nation of the caliber of Haiti at a time your own country is also perishing in a different way. Sit back home and do something that is constructive. so that Kenyans can also consider re-electing you come 2027, because only God knows whether you'll be there and whether you'll be re-elected or not. Not yourself as the way you think that maybe you have the system and all that. Now, CS NAKHUMICHA, for you to prove to us that whatever that people are saying that your papers are a fake, which you alleged on Citizen TV that you started this course called pharmacy, come out and give us plans to show that Babu Owino should actually not proceed with the impeachment motion, which has now been given to the clerk of the National Assembly. Bure, sisi kama mabunge ya wananchi Kenya mzima, tuna support your impeachment 101%, because you don't fit that office. I'm a gentleman from the western region of Kenya. I may have said that you being appointed as the CS for health was something for the real people to be happy about. But we can never continue being happy. At time, even in the western region of Kenya, Kenyans are losing their lives. Nitafurahi aje? If today I lose my mother or my father in the hospital, will I still continue saying that we have a CS in government by the name NAKHUMICHA? Na wewe unazunguka tu kwa matanga unapiga siasa. You are a technocrat. You should spend most of your time in office executing plans on how to better the Ministry of Health. Na usiwahi rudia kusema ati hiyo CBA wewe huko ikisainiwa, unaonyesha your ignorance, because we have filing system both in hard copy and even the soft copy. When you are a new person that given office, you peruse them. You see what was going on and all that. Awache kupiga siasa kwa matanga. You are a technocrat. I'm told that Wetangula is planning that you are the best person to replace Natembeya in Trans Nzoia. Who cheated you? Kama hutakuwa impeached, kwa sababu mimi naona if you are a friend to Wetangula, it will be so hard for Babu Owino to manage the minority team to impeach you. Wetangula ata-interfere na impeachment motion ambayo itakuwa presented kwa National Assembly. Na akijaribu kufanya hivyo, pia sisi tutajua kitu ambacho tutafanya. Sisi tunataka ma-CS na ma-members of parliament wetu wenye watashiriki katika impeachment ambayo imekuwa presented wakuwe serious, whether you are from Kenya Kwanza government, whether you are from the opposition side. Know that you are taken to the National Assembly by the common man who voted for you. Therefore, it is not the president who gave you that seat. You are not nominated. You are not appointed. So do the work that the citizens of your respective constituency gave you without fear of contradiction. Don't just wake up and pass a draconian bill that adds a burden to your people, and you tell us that you are in government. In government in which way? Kudos to Caleb Amisi, Babu Owino, Kadhoni wa Mshomba, and few other intelligent young members of parliament who have refused to be taken for a ride by the head of state. They are doing a good job, and believe me not, citizens are going to re-elect them. And today, should anything of that kind happen, kwamba president ana-interfere, aanza kuleta mchakato wa kuwarusha nje, we shall still re-elect such like people. Now, there is also this issue of the western region